Oh, my head hurts. Hey, Jenna. Hey, pretty girl Rain. Hey, Lola. Hey, Jenna. You know, I'm okay. I just, it's another day, and I'm trying to be as positive as I can be, and patient, and proactive, and persistent. I'm pushing out all the I'm pushing out all the pushing out all the P's, but it just takes a toll on you because I feel like, I mean, it's not just the medical field, but it's just like everybody needs to communicate better. And I am like, I get onto like my family about these things. I just feel like, yo, I don't know. My heart, God has a final say in everything. And I've spoken to a couple of doctors even today, this morning about this. But the situation with Texas, um, no one knows that no one knows, that moment. I really feel like it. I mean, I feel like in the instance of it, like, okay, well, maybe you're like, okay, well, this is like, this is this is the way this is how I'm gonna die, or this is I'm gonna pass on now. I feel like I know I'm like rambling, but I feel like maybe sometimes you can pinpoint that. I mean, sometimes God will allow that, but I feel like even in that situation, and I keep saying this, communication probably could have prevented some things. I know God has the final say in everything, but I do feel like communication. I'm being honest, and I know some people are going to be like, "What are you talking about, Terrence?" But I feel like, okay, there can be better communication. There really could be. I know some things just happen. It's like tragedies. It's catastrophic. It's things that may be out of people's control. But I really feel like that situation, um, but also these situations in surgery where you have wrong sight, you just have mistakes after mistake after mistake. It's a problem. And for me, and I'm not trying to scare anybody or discourage anybody or be negative. I'm like literally one of the most positive people, hell, that I know. I mean, I can tell you right now, be walking into here, hey, how you doing? And chipper and jolly and stuff, and people looking at me like they want to shoot my ass. I mean, I'm just keeping it real. I'm always trying to be that kind, gentle spirited guy. I promise you, and this is not for cameras. Fuck the cameras. I'm not just doing this for cameras. I use my platform to, you're gonna see every fucking emotion on my channel, okay? And I use my platform to speak the truth, to do real things. There's no pseudo here. Okay, what you get, what you see is what you get, and what you get is what you see, and all that good stuff, and all that in between. So all I'm saying is not me being negative towards my coworkers. It's not me being negative towards management. It's not me being negative towards the Food and Drug Administration, the freaking meteorologists of the world, or anybody, or God Himself, who is like the ultimate communicator. You ever sat back and you ever came into a situation where it's like somebody's telling you, listen, hold your tongue, don't do that, relax, even call into work, or don't show up, or don't take that route, do this, do that. That's God. God is like the best communicator. He's the best communicator, and I try my best. I'm not God, I'm of Him, but I literally try my best to communicate as best as I can. I've actually had somebody, not today, but even last week, say, Terrence, well, we know this, and stop stressing about that. Don't worry about that, ma'am. It's not that I'm stressing or worried about it. I just want to make sure I communicate to the best of my ability. I want to make sure you got this 100%. I don't want any discrepancies. I want us all to be able to. I want us to be able to bet our lives on this. I talk to H here head and I say, bet your bottom dollar. You know what I'm saying? I want you to be able to bet everything. I want you to know 100%. I don't want 99. This isn't. I'm not. I don't want. This isn't hand sanitizer. This isn't like a bacterial, agent or whatever. I want us to be 100% when we do things. And I know somebody gonna say, man, you're weird. Like you're expecting perfection. I'm expecting precision, and it exists because I've seen it. I've seen it countless times. How well communication helps in anything in life, in any situation in life. And when you lacking, especially when it's a team thing, when it's a team, type situation, and if you're lacking that communication, I'm sorry. You think about an assembly line. If you got 10 people building a car, Toyota plant or whatever, if you got 10 people building a car, and one of the 10, they're not communicating, they ain't doing their job, what you think is going to happen with that car? What do we experience to this day? I'm just saying, what do we experience with the vehicles that we drive? What do we experience? I'm sure maybe some of you guys probably have already dealt with it. Recalls. Those recalls are coming from people. I'm just keeping it real. It's coming from those people. It's coming from those car, places. And I'm being real with that had the employees there that did not communicate well. Be it the manager, supervisor, maybe the team leads or whoever. The support staff there. Somebody dropped the ball on communication, and then you process these cars right. And then you have these recalls. Things just don't start just going like, okay, all willy nilly just messing up. No, there was lack of communication. I'm telling you guys, I don't know. Like, explain to me how does Hyundai and Kia have such great outcomes versus maybe GMC or Toyota, or like you have other. Explain to me. Because they didn't drop the ball, they communicated. I know it's deep, and maybe it's like, man, I'm going a little bit too in, but I'm telling you guys, it goes a long way. Let me just bring it back to the medical field. For instance, you have an allotted time to give lunches and breaks and certain things or whatever the case may be. You have to get your break in. You deal with the unknown things of a day. I'm telling you guys, I've been doing this for 2 decades. I'm not stupid. I'm not crazy. You know what I'm saying? So I expect there to be, it's going to be stress. It's going to be frustration. It's going to be things that is not normal. But what should be normal is the fact that you have 5 people that's doing, say, in my opinion, one job, and you can't even get that right. Now, I know somebody gonna say, oh my gosh, you trash talking, you being mean. No, I'm not being mean. I'm trying to get people to understand that communication goes a long way. Communication will help you along the way. Communication is literally the key. I'm not trying to sound like all cliche, but that's what it is. I've just wasted, on my right hand to God, I've wasted 45 minutes. 45 minutes was wasted. That's 45 minutes that none of us can get back. None of us can get back. Maybe you guys watching this short, which is not going to be long because I'm on a lunch break. But maybe some of y'all watching this like, oh my gosh, I can't get back these 20 minutes. I can't get back these 30 minutes. Oh, okay. But I'm the same way what just happened, transpired with work. I can't get back these 45 minutes. I'm walking here, I'm walking here, I'm walking here. Now the positive in this, and I know people are joking about this as we speak, like, oh, well, at least you're getting your steps in. You guys can see that I don't have my stepper on purpose. I'm gonna stop tracking my steps because I feel like I feel like focused a little too much on that. I want to be relaxed. I'm gonna buy a pedometer. I'm gonna have my watch on, periodically and stuff. But I don't want to focus so much on that and like, oh, I gotta get the steps. I gotta get the steps because I'm getting my steps. And also, when I walk, and say if I'm walking around, say the hospital, or if I'm walking around home and stuff, I have my watch on my left hand. It doesn't even register my steps when I have some things in my hand. I'm like, okay, that's pissing me off. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is this is my solution. I'm going to resolve the situation by not putting it on, telling myself, Terrence, you know you're walking, you know you're exercising. I know my clothes are getting bigger and bigger on me. I know I feel great. I'm getting even more and more and more better sleep. Like, and I'm not stressed when it comes to like, okay, dieting and exercising. I must say I'm stressed when it comes to people and work. I stress a little bit. I'm not lying to you guys. Like, I'm being so honest. Like, I'm someone who communicates, and if it's a such thing as if it's a such thing, which I don't believe, but over communication, maybe that's me. I like to know what I'm doing. I like to know what I'm dealing with. Like, communicate. I felt like my manager, when we did the huddle, I thought she did a great job this morning communicating. She was like, "Hey, we had call outs. It's going to be a little hectic. It's going to be a little crazy." That way you're not walking into surprises. I don't like surprises. So I expected to be some frustrations. I expected to be stressful situations and stressful times. Even on we can have a plethora of people. It's going to be stressful. The job is stressful. I get that. I'm not sitting up here negating that or arguing that it shouldn't be. I'm saying it should be better communication. Meaning, if I come into work and I'm giving a lunch break, and I'm going into, say, let's just say room 95, which there's no room 95 here, but I'm going into room 95, and I am to relieve Betsy Barbara Sue. That's one whole name, Betsy Barbara Sue, for lunch. So I go into 95. I go into the room. I say, "Hi, Miss Betsy Barbara Sue. Is this a good time for lunch?" "Oh, Terrence, don't worry about me. Jack Daniels came and relieved me already." I said, "All right, okay. Oh, are you sure? Because they told me to go to room 95. "Oh, yeah, Jack Daniels already took care of me." So I have to walk all the way back to the front. I have to walk all the way back to the front. Remind you, this is a big facility. We're in a trauma facility. So I have to walk all the way back to the front. So I'm walking back to the front. I'm like, "Hey, Jack Daniels already relieved Betsy Barbara Sue for lunch." "Oh, well, how did that happen?" "Well, I guess I overlooked that." "Okay, well, go to room 99. So I walk all the way back to 99 and go into 99, and Submit Throne says, "Oh, hey, T, so-and-so checked on me." I said, "Somebody already checked on you?" "Oh, yeah, so-and-so checked on me. We're going to go after. But thanks so much." I said, "You're welcome so much." I leave back out. I go back to the front, and I'm like, "Okay, well, Submit Throne says that they've already taken care of, they've been checked on, they've taken care of the situation." "Oh, well, won't you look at there?" "Oh, well, gee, I guess you're just getting all your steps in." And I'm like, "Okay, is this supposed to be a joke?" Because honestly, by this point, I'm like, I'm not kidding. I'm not making things up. I'm like, okay, Ashton Kutcher he's came out of retirement from Punk, right? And he's coming back, and I'm on the debut episode. I'm on the season premiere of Punk. I mean, because this is really strange, because it's so much time that is being wasted. I end up giving actual, two lunches, but then I go back and I check on more people, and it's the same situation. We're running over each other. And I must say, with my mid-shift team, I really feel like we're doing our due diligence. We're doing the best that we can. But when you go to the higher ups, I feel like the ball is being dropped. This is not a negative thing. This is something that I did even put on the survey. I'm like, there needs to be better communication. We keep hearing this. We know it's a real thing. And then I happened to, before I left out and walked out on my break, because I'm on my break, I fast, I drink water, and I walk around. I get more steps in, which I'm not calculating anything. But I go and I'm taking I'm walking out, I'm taking a break. I decide to go live and stuff, whatever. But what is really interesting, I think what really gets me is the fact that it's being taken as a joke. And I'm someone who laughs. I like I said, I laughed at my mom's funeral. Like, I can laugh. I know I can make other people laugh. I know that I'm a positive soul, but enough is enough. And I think, like I said, I honestly, in my opinion, I feel like we don't take accountability, but we want to joke about these things. And it's like, oh, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Well, how can you not worry about it when it keeps happening? I want to avoid these things. I want to avoid them. I think it's very important to avoid. And I think that it becomes a headache. It becomes a headache. But, I'm still keeping positive. Still keeping positive. I think positivity goes a long way, but I just want to be able to, you just want to be able to come in, do what you got to do, and get the job done, and then just kind of go and stuff, whatever. But I'm still keeping positive. Rebecca, you still in Hawaii? Oh, wow, that's awesome. Um, okay. Go back to. I hope you're okay. Thank you so much. Communication is very important, Lola. It is extremely, extreme. Let me tell you, my sister and my brother-in-law and stuff. They did the whole Airbnb thing, but they were so precise and communicated so well with me because they know I don't like surprises. So because it was like, it's a gated community, you have to check in, you have to do so many different things. It's very, very, very secure. So they informed me of so much, and my with my arrival, I had no issues. Okay, I think it's very important to understand that in everything in life you need to communicate, and that's what my mom did so well. Like, she communicated so well, and my mom couldn't stand repeating herself. And so I think that's where I get that from too. I feel like I don't want to have to keep repeating myself. I don't want to make the same mistakes. You know, I, y'all know I come here pretty much like 10 something. I get off around like 11 something. But there are students who were like, literally, I went into a room earlier, and the student was like, man, T, I never see you early in the morning, like around 6 or 7 o'clock. I said, oh yeah, I'm not reporting to work at that time. Some days I do extra shifts, but not usually. Now, my shift is 12 hours, and I come later morning, and I'm like, this is considered the mid shift. She's like, oh, every time that, you come in and I work with you, I just learned so much. I would love for you to be my preceptor. I was like, well, I'm here late. Y'all leaving around 3. And to me, like around 3 o'clock, I'm just now being probably either I'm already in a room or just being assigned to a room to take over that room for the duration of the day. But they're gone. But it made me feel good because it's like, okay, yes, I'm a stickler, I'm precise, and I try to be matter of fact, but I'm not perfect. And I'm not an evil person. I just don't have time for nonsense. I think that I don't want to give any of you guys nonsense. And if you actually were to really talk to me and meet me and all that stuff, I'm telling you guys, I'm not going to give you the runaround. I'm not going to give you nonsense. I don't have time for that and stuff, because you know what? Your time is valuable just like mine. And so why would I want to waste your time? You know what I'm saying? Why would I want to do that? Why would I want to sit up here and hold you accountable but not hold myself accountable? I just feel like communication, I mean, honestly, like you said, Lola, it is key. And it may sound real cliche, but it's key. It is how it needs to be. It is very important to communicate well. Communication, literally, I mean, I know we talk about this all day, but teamwork and communication literally does make a dream work. I'm telling you, that's what it is. Like, I kid you not, and that's why some people are not successful. I'm not trying to say like making a whole lot of money or whatever. I'm just saying not successful in a normal day routine. Like, you want to get up, say it's your off day. You want to make sure you tackle. You want to, okay, I want to wash clothes. I want to clean up. I want to clean up the house. I want to go here. I want to get my car washed. I want to get a haircut. I want to do this. I want to go shop. You gotta communicate within yourself. You gotta sit up here, get you a game plan, get you a to-do list. Make sure that you're calling people, because sometimes you have to schedule those appointments, right or wrong. Now, like, okay, for instance, sometimes I go to the GMC dealership. Sometimes I go to Walmart. Don't shade me, okay? Walmart. Some places have some. I don't get no tire and no work, but they really do give decent oil changes. But you have to communicate. You just can't show up there and so they're gonna say, well, we got 1 or 2 mechanics on duty right now, and you gotta set up an appointment. But because you didn't call and you didn't communicate, because now we're in a world where A lot of places don't just do walk-ins. It's just the way the cookie crumbles, okay? So they don't do walk-ins, and what do? You got to communicate. You have to set up appointments. I'm telling you guys, I do this religiously. I have no issues. I have no issues. Now, an issue may come about when I set up an appointment. We set up a time. I show up at that time, like I did that Tire Kingdom back here, and I set the time up. I'm there 2 hours earlier. Why am I leaving? Like, why is it taking you guys like all day? Like literally, it took like 12 hours to do a job that probably would have taken maybe 40 some minutes. Lack of communication, not holding yourself accountable, completely irrational. What should have happened was said, hey, Mr. Bergen, we're sorry, but we're not going to be able to get you out of here in a timely fashion. Now, granted, I didn't have work that day, so we're good, but my entire day has been, it's turned upside down on its head because they didn't do their job. They didn't communicate with me. And you could have communicated with me, because if you communicated with me, I would have rescheduled. None of these things are life-threatening, so just communicate. And like I said, be accountable. I'm okay. No, you know what? I think the sad is probably a discouragement look. I'm not, I guess you could say sad too, but I'm more discouraged than anything and stuff. And I'm just going to continue to pump myself up. I thank God that God has given me the strength to, for me to create my own excitement, my own happiness, and I might be a little down, but I'll get back up. My goal, and every day that I live, be it if I come to work or not, is to come to work smiling. And some days, so beforehand, come to work smiling. During the day, smile some. I'm gonna have some situations. Trust and believe, that's just how it is. But I always leave on a positive note and smiling, and just finishing up my day with a smile and being positive. And I promise you guys, I do that religiously. Nobody, when I say don't let nobody get you down to the point where you can't do anything, you can't function, y'all, they're never gonna happen. I used to be weak-minded, and I'll tell anybody this. I used to be weak-minded. I used to not really believe in that or encourage myself enough to know that I can get through these times, these trials and tribulations. But now I do it like a G. I'm good. I know I'm going to be good. I know I'm going to be good. I know for a fact I'm going to go back in, because I'm here, and I'm going to always apply myself. But I know for a fact there's others that's not going to apply themselves as much, but I can't worry about that. I'm going to worry about Terrence. I'm going to go in. I'm going to do the best of my ability, the best that I can do. Again, if we all worked as a team and communicated exceptionally well, the days would be better no matter what you're thrown. I mean, not trying to be funny, guys, but it literally is surgery. So it is chaotic. It's supposed to be. I mean, it's not going to be, okay, oh my gosh, okay, the most smoothest, whatever. I'll tell you, it's a lot of people here that are great, that's doing a great job, but there's a lot of people who, in a sense, are probably in the way. But again, I want to get away from those type of people, do my job to the best of my ability, and just keep it moving. I don't have time for the ignorance. I don't have time for craziness. I don't have children. I'm an uncle. I have nieces and nephews, but I hold my nieces and nephews accountable. These kids are like miniature freaking adults. They are incredible. And I mean, what can you say? What can you do when you've been a child and your mom is giving you so much responsibility, and she believes in you so much, and you grow into life, in adult life, with that mindset. I don't know what to tell you. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's just something that I've learned over the years. But I'm gonna be all right. I'm gonna be okay. I'm gonna push through this. Look, pretty girl, you said a hug. I need like 1,000 of them. Okay. Thank you so much, Jenna. Guess what? Baby boy is here sleeping right now. Wow, Rebecca, that's awesome. Congratulations, Rebecca. Pretty girl Rain, thank you for the hearts. Weird Strict Dad says hi. Please give me a shout out. Shout out to Weird Strict Dad. Wow, that's crazy, because I feel like I'm a weird strict uncle, a weird strict employee. Lola says communication is needed. It helps prevent sometimes unnecessary mishaps. It does. It does. And unfortunately, sometimes It's not taken out. It's not taken. It's not put out there enough, and you do have those mishaps, and you do have. Forget a near miss. I mean, it's a slam dunk into sadness. Trust me, I'm not just making that up. Venting about what you're going through does not make you seem less positive. I always told you, I love that you showed that the many different sides of you. At the beginning of the day, you are still human. Lola, thank you so much. I appreciate you. You know what? God bless you. Because I honestly, speaking with my sisters, and I grew up with my sisters. I'm the youngest of my sisters. I'm the youngest of the three, and so I appreciate you so much for saying that, because we all three of us, I'm not just saying this, we grew up not having much, and we grew up in a situation where it was, my mom and dad just did so much for us, y'all. They did so much for us. Um, but it's like we grow up fast, because you know, dad is working, mom is doing so many different things. So we had to work together. And one thing that we would do is we would confide in each other. We can be upset with each other, but at the end of the day, we're gonna have each other's back. We're gonna have each other's back. And this is like young. So that's why I see my nieces and nephews now. I'm like, oh my gosh, Keisha, y'all, you're raising them beautifully. I mean, I remember when I was in Orlando this past weekend, and they were getting on this ride. They being Kelsey and Jamon Jr. When I tell you, the Prince didn't want to get on. He was like, the Prince don't do the heights and all that. But they got on this ride, and when I tell you, it makes me emotional. I'm not lying. These kids, we're talking about an 11-year-old and a 9-year-old. These kids, a 12-year-old and a 9-year-old. These kids get on the ride, and Jamon Jr., which is Kelsey's older brother, he's making sure. He's calling the guy to make sure to check the buckles, check the seats. He's telling her, take your shoes off, put them to the side. He's tightening her in before he even strapped in. And Keisha, we're just sitting back, and we're just like, I'm pleased that Keisha and Jamon, and we're just all pleased at how they're taking care of each other. But that's what we did. And so, Lola, when you mentioned, like, okay, it's you being real, it's not a complaining, it's life. That's also what we did. Like, I believe in therapy, I promise to God, but I personally I feel like, because of my sisters and how well we communicated, and what we've all gone through, being upset or whatever the case may be and stuff, but still working through so much, that's been a blessing in my life. It's been a huge blessing. I'm sorry, y'all. I have people calling. It's been a huge blessing in my life to be able to do that. I think it's a real good thing that we're able to communicate, and vent, but not feel like we don't feel like, oh my gosh, we're doing something horrible, or we're complaining, or we're just being negative. I think it's important. And that's the sad thing too, when you do talk to some people, and I've had to cut people out of my life because they're like, oh, you're always being negative. And I'm like, okay, I'm not always negative, but this situation, I'm trying to, convey a message. I'm trying to get some things out, but there's nothing negative about it. I haven't cursed anybody out. I haven't called anybody out their name, so I'm not going to call anybody out their name. I don't hate nobody. I love people. I genuinely love people. I love doing what I'm doing. I love giving back. I love helping. I am not an evil person. I don't like nonsense. And because I'm, like, again, strict, like you, we're strict, Dad, because I'm a strict person and I'm a precise person, maybe it's looked at like, okay, wow, you're wow, he's mean, or he's intimidating, or whatever. Now, I can't help you on that. I'm just gonna be Terrence. That's all I know to be. Hey, Anna, how you doing? Lola says you're absolutely right, Terrence. Keep on communication open. Communication open makes a difference, regardless of what it is. It's absolutely necessary. Period. It is. Lola, absolutely. Lola, I feel like you get me. I'm not joking. I feel like you really get what I'm saying. I think it's very important to communicate. I don't think it's a such thing as overly communicating. I don't. And I think it's a such thing as I do think there's dumb questions out there. Okay. I think there's people that know there's people that who want to be difficult and sarcastic and mean and rude, and there is a such thing. There are bullies out there. There's sadness out there. I do believe that. But what I do not believe, I don't think you can communicate to you can't communicate too much with me. I'm only speaking about Terrence. So somebody says, let me tell you, I've gone to so many hospitals. Literally, I've done all of these cases, and I can get with somebody who's probably been here for 2 years. Maybe she been here 2 years, maybe she been here for 30 years. But this person tells me, okay, well, so and so is gonna do this and this and this and this. And I'm like, okay, all right, cool, awesome. And then they say, okay, well, make sure about this. I say, yes, ma'am, or if it's a sir, yes, sir, no, sir. And honestly, I do the procedure, say with the doc, and they say, man, this isn't your first time. I said, no, oh no, I've done this quite a few times or whatever, maybe even a couple thousand times. But why do I have to sit up here and tell this woman, oh, I know that. You ain't got to tell me that. I don't want to hear that. Oh, whatever. I've done that before. Don't tell me this. You ain't never going to hear that come out of my mouth. Because the very one time that I tell someone that, I'm going to make a mistake. And sometimes God does, I feel like not sometimes, all the time, God puts you in a situation. It's a humbling experience. Yes, you know a lot. I know a lot. God is my witness, I do. But I don't have to sit up here and have that pompous attitude. That's not me. I just sit back. I'm like, okay, all right. I'm not going to play dumb. But I'm not going to be like, okay, well, I know everything and stuff. Lord knows I know so much. I don't know. I get it from God. I don't know what to tell you. I just know a lot. But I don't have to sit up here and make somebody feel like, you know, crazy or whatever, or shush them when they tell me something that maybe I know already. I just politely say, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, yes, sir, no, sir, okay, okay, okay. And I do the job. This isn't a competition. You know what's my confirmation and I'm doing a great job is when these patients are taken care of, when those doctors are like, thank you so much, you're welcome anytime in my room, and when that damn paycheck hits my accounts, all three of them. Those are my confirmations. I don't need nothing else. I don't need nothing else from nobody. And first and foremost, ultimately, God is pleased. I don't need nothing. I don't need no other, like, okay, what do you call, like, acknowledgement or understanding from anybody else. Because when you're coming here and you're doing a good job and you're doing what is asked of you, you take direction well, you're okay. God sees all, in my opinion, and I think that some people need to realize, like, honestly, it's important to, just take a step back, humble yourself, don't be an ass about things and stuff, whatever, and just keep it moving. The day will be so much better, in my opinion. But I do feel like, Lola, you're absolutely right. We need to communicate regardless of whatever the situation be. Whatever the situation is or whatever it may be, communicate. And communication is going to help so much. Now, you might have those people, because I saw one of those people earlier where it's like, oh, I know that. I don't know why she tells me that. Well, you know what? She's telling you this because she doesn't know that you know this or not. But also, even if she does know that you know that, take it with a grain of salt. That's how I know that, okay, I'm not the crazy one. Because if that's the case and stuff, everybody be snapped on. I'm not snapping on no damn body. I'm somebody who's precise and stuff. But if you're telling me certain things that I know and stuff, you better bet your bottom dollar I'm gonna say, okay, well, thank you so much. I appreciate the information. Thank you. Meanwhile, I've already precepted this, or like robots. I mean, I've done them before. Maybe people here even knew about them, because I'm well traveled. And at the end of the day, it is what it is. It's not a competition. It is what it is. Thank you so much, Anna. I appreciate you. You're still in Hawaii. Hey, AP. Hello, everyone. Hope everyone is having a wonderful day despite this terrible weather we're having. Lola, I know the weather is crazy. 117 expected here in Phoenix. Keep us in your prayers. Most importantly, those in Texas and those dealing with hurricanes. Wow. Lola, thank you so much for saying that. Absolutely. Hey, Nunu. I'll put your C in chat. Thank you for coming in. Nunu says, hey, Bookie Butt. Hey, Nunu, my baby. Love you so much. Oh, y'all are so awesome. I love you too, Bookie Butt. Oh, the Pruitt gang. Hey, how you doing? My day is going well. It's gonna get even better. It's gonna get even better. My husband's sleeping right now. Okay, at the beach right now. Wow, you can say it better than I do, man. Thank you. His name is Jason Kirk Jr. Your husband name? Okay, awesome. Well, shout out to Jason Kirk Jr. Oh, wait. Oh, your son name, your baby boy. Well, shout out to Jason Kirk Jr. Oh my gosh, I got a Jason. I got a Jason Jr. That's Josie's youngest son. Um, name Jason Jr. That's awesome. Well, congratulations. You said at the beach. I know that's right. Lola says, yes, you will. Sending you hugs and love. Lola, thank you so much. Thank you, Lola. I promise you. Let me tell you, I've had worse days and worse situations. I know I'll get through this. Like I keep telling people, not trying to make people sad, but I buried my mom, and I can't. I'm sorry, like not trying to sound weird, but I know I can overcome anything. I can deal with anything, because that was the best person in my life. That was my best friend. you know, I'm such a mama's boy, and I was able to do that, and I'm able to maneuver through life, because of her. I mean, obviously, like I said, first and foremost, God, because God allows that to happen. But I'm gonna be all right. I think it's important to talk about these things and not show like, oh yeah, everything is peachy, everything is perfect. There's no such thing as perfection. There's no such thing as everything is always peachy. I'm always gonna be okay at the end of the day, and I'm gonna say that loud and proud. Okay, I'm outside. Somebody want to tell me to shut up. Okay, you go back inside. I don't know. I'm telling you, I'm going to be okay. In the name of Jesus, I'm going to be okay. I will overcome every obstacle in my life. I've dealt with so much more than this. The discouraging part comes when you keep dealing with these things and you know the resolution. You know how to resolve these things, and then you probably sometimes mention some stuff and it's overlooked. Um, it is what it is. Like, I mean, I did my due diligence with the whole survey. I speak up, when it's appropriate. I'm just gonna go back in and be as positive as I can be, get my assignments, do the best of my ability, make sure I take care of patients, and try and be again positive and proactive, and make sure that you know how am I acting, because I want to act the way I want to, how hopefully I'm perceived in a positive manner, because I want people to be that. I want people to come in. I know it's hectic. I know it's rough, but I want them to keep being positive. I want them to push it. I want them to be good. And you don't want burnout. You don't want discouragement. I know we deal with that and stuff, but I'm keeping my mind on the prize. And I know that may sound weird, but the prize is go in there and help people. That's my prize. Like that's the beauty of it. People may think it's a joke, but I love what I do. I don't, and like I said, I do love people. I love people, but I don't like sometimes when it's craziness. I don't. When like I said, when we can figure out the issues and we know what's going on, and we laugh about it and we play about it. To me, that's a problem. And I joke with the best of them. But see, everything is not a joke. Again, I think that people do that, and they joke because they don't want to take accountability. I'm somebody who holds myself accountable, and I just want everybody to be held accountable. At the end of the day, life goes on. I'm gonna keep pushing. Like, Nunu says, push a T. I'm gonna keep pushing. I'm gonna keep pushing. I know I'm gonna be okay. I'm gonna create more excitement, more happiness. I made people laugh today. A few people are like, we're so happy to see you. And you know what? I want to keep doing that. I think it's important. I'm not a bitter soul. I'm not angry. Like I said, discouraged a little bit, but I'm going to get out of that funk. We're gonna go in. We're gonna be positive. I know I'm gonna be okay. And at the end of the day, God got me. God got me. God got y'all. I believe in God. I'm not trying to push anything onto y'all and stuff, but that's how I'm able to get through these days. Because without Him, I'm telling you, I'm nothing. I'm nothing at all. Your day is better, Terrence. You are loved, and most importantly, God got you. Amen. Lola, thank you so much. Thank you. God bless you. Hey, it's Gamma's World. I'm still in pain right now. Rebecca, but you at the beach and you in pain? Rebecca. Oh, please, please. Take care, Rebecca. Honestly, you got to relax. You said you just had a baby, right? Jason Kirk Jr. Oh, you gotta take care of yourself. You gotta take care of yourself. Thank y'all for the hearts. I appreciate y'all so much. I'm gonna put it on here. I'm walking back. I was in the parking garage and I did walk. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry, y'all. I know y'all all gone because of the service. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and head out. I'm gonna head off of here. I'm gonna head back into work. I appreciate y'all so much. I know I just been rambling and rumbling and all that stuff, but thank you for listening. Yeah, it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be all right. Again, I appreciate y'all taking the time out your day to come and say hello. That's so appreciated. All right, I'm gonna get back to work. Love and appreciate you all. God bless you. We got this. Remember, we got this. You know, one step at a time. One step at a time. Thanks again, it's Gamma's World. Thank you so much. And thank y'all for being channel members. I appreciate you so much. God bless you all. Lola, thank you. You said enjoy the live and you will have a better day until next time. Thank you so much, Lola. God bless you. Absolutely, absolutely. I appreciate you. All right, I'll talk to y'all beautiful people later. All right, bye. I'll show you this before I go. It's so nice out here. I appreciate y'all. Y'all have a blessed one.